And it appears it's not just Russia's cybersecurity abilities we should be concerned about, but rather the Kremlin's influence over average Americans. 4 Americans were charged this week, along with 3 Russians, with conspiring to spread Russian propaganda and interfere in U.S. elections. Federal authorities say it's just the latest evidence that shows how far Russia will go to sow discord on U.S. soil. NewsNation's Brooke Shafer joins us now with more on that. Brooke.
Yeah, Elizabeth, these latest indictments are about destabilizing America and even recruiting American citizens to help the Russian government. Some people are calling it the new Cold War. In a recently unsealed federal indictment, 4 Americans from St. Petersburg, Florida, were charged with working for the Russian government. Those 4 Americans, members of the African People's Socialist Party and the Uhuru Movement, political groups in the U.S. The Department of Justice says Omali Yeshitela, Penny Hess, Jesse Neville, and Augustus Romaine Jr. accepted money from Russian agent Alexander Ionov to influence local elections and spread disinformation on their local radio station. They were pushing for people to support Russia's invasion of Ukraine, according to the DOJ. Allegations they've denied.
I ain't never worked for a Russian. Never, 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 never.
Federal authorities have not minced words when it comes to these latest arrests, saying it paints a harrowing picture of what the Russian government will do to interfere with our elections and even recruit U.S. citizens to help them.
We certainly are in a new Cold War. The spying is the very least of it.
Jonathan Sanders is a professor of journalism at Stony Brook University who's covered Moscow extensively over decades.
They realize that agents of influence can make a difference in American elections. So whether they believe in it or not, they are very active in trying to spread open the cracks in American society. So they will be talking about Black Lives Matters, or should transgender people be able to participate in sports, anything to force the country to be more divisive.
But these 4 Americans are just the latest to be charged in relation to spying on behalf of Russia. In a separate case out of Washington, D.C., Russian national Natalia Berlanova is accused of being an illegal agent of Russia in the U.S. Other accused Russian spies are not so high profile, and arrests are happening across the country. In December, an unassuming Ukrainian couple living in New Hampshire were among 7 charged with running an international smuggling ring that funneled military technology and weapons to Russia. And in July, another couple who had quietly lived in Hawaii for decades were discovered to be former KGB agents that had assumed the identities of 2 dead Texas babies. The husband managing to infiltrate the Coast Guard, where he served for 22 years before retiring. Both were charged with conspiring to commit crimes against the U.S. Like a plot out of the show The Americans.
They're not Americans. They're Russian spies.
All are pawns in the complicated chess game that's a testament to our frosty relationship with Russia and President Vladimir Putin.
You can see a Russian or Chinese spy almost anywhere in the United States. They're more active in the big cities, but operate across the entire country.
And experts tell us these political action campaigns are only likely to ramp up as we move into the next presidential election, both online and, as we've seen, on the ground here at home. Elizabeth?
Brooke, thank you so much for that report.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.